Hello viewers, it's me and team. Welcome back to Let's Play Civ 4 Earth Challenge with Shaka Zulu. In the last part we got up to double-digit cities in the VCs without a rush, so we're continuing on now. Still a little bit nervous about Caesar's plans. I'm not making a lot of friends here with these religions. The villagers are hostile, but where are they? I don't see any hostile enemy villagers. Where did they pop? Oh well. I'm sure it's not important. Jeez. Whatever, game. Okay, yeah, we got a granary, and we have +5 now. One more, and we should be good. And yeah, just road in the Malinese territory. And more building research. Yeah. Alright. Get currency as soon as possible. And then I'll use that to fuel my way to Code Laws. And after some whips of courthouses, I should be in excellent condition. Well, I almost have more than I need now. Was I gonna farm here? I was. Yeah, I can send some of these workboats off to explore soon. Maybe drop one here and here just for later, and the last one will explore. All these hammers early in the game have efficient uses in the future, and I just love being able to spam barracks everywhere and not really having negative consequences for doing it. Because I get the help. Ooh, open borders. And look at this income research, man, that's... Bearing in mind, I have no wonders at all. I'm not financial, I'm not organized, I'm just expansive aggressive. And I have that kind of output. I'm happy with that, actually. Yeah, one more farm down here. Another farm here. Need to get you on a boat. Everybody's gonna look at you because you're on a boat. Yeah, it's kind of hard to balance our tile improvements here. This city really doesn't need anything except the library now. Have a warrior coming in there. Yeah, let's watch when I get feudalism. We'll see how quickly it matters. And then if it's worth the anarchy to switch civics and whatnot. Yeah. I hadn't met China yet, but you'd have to imagine they would be quite large. As they don't spawn with anyone near them to really contest their land much. And okay, let's get that improved. And running Christianity is helping me, by the way. It's giving me some happiness that I otherwise would not have. So, not the worst civic switch in the world. I have done worse many times. Go ahead and cottage that. It's just not good land. But alright, I'll settle that next turn. Drop the worker into the city and be able to move the worker immediately. It's a nice little trick. There we go. And now I don't think I need these workboats here. So like I said, one can go there. One can go there. And one can go exploring. And a monument. Granary lighthouse. Yeah. We'll just work it like that. So awesome. Although the reason my research is this good is because I am building research. But that's a valid thing to do. And I wouldn't have this kind of research if I didn't go for alphabet. So there's certainly some strategy there that can be useful. And it's something to bear in mind. And you're going to see quite a jump when I hit currency also. Because I have a lot of cities and I get a lot of trade routes. Yeah, see?
Everything is worth what its purchaser
Code
will
of
pay
laws
for it.
next. I don't need the happiness as much. Do I have +6 here? I do. Okay. So it's time to start on the mines. And get some cottages into this city. Probably could use some more workers, but I don't know. And I think everyone who is building research switch over to wealth. Reason I would favor wealth over research is I have libraries built, but I do not have markets built. So that makes wealth stronger because if I run the slider higher, I'm putting it through my research multipliers, and I don't have any money multipliers for the opposite approach. So that's what we're going to do, and as you can see, it has improved my research considerably. I'm up to 162 beakers per turn now, which I'm very happy with. And I'll go ahead and get courthouses before I get markets, but I'll probably want both. Not real big on whipping with the cottages. Maybe eventually. No, I don't know. I'll probably not whip away cottages. I have a lot of good grassland hills too, so slavery isn't as big of a draw as it might be on some other maps on this map. Oh, the other reason I want some courthouses is I can still tax off the Malinese. And if you look at their tax, predictably, they're doing pretty well. But they are up to 9 cities. And you do usually want to pick on a smaller empire with espionage, because you can build espionage buildings and brute force them using that. And yeah, in terms of the largest civs in the world, still number 3 in land. I've managed to eke up to number 1 in pop. No longer first in GNP, or manufactured goods. GNP is up. Crop yield is pretty good. For this stage of the game of Immortal, I have no complaints that I am in the upper middle of the pack in land area, cities, and whatnot. Could certainly be doing worse. I really don't want Confucianism in all my cities, but whatever. Whatever. Cottages. Brainless but effective. Alright, so that's Code of Laws. Next up is Monarchy for a powerful civic. And of course, now I don't need a monument here because I have religion. So we'll just start on a granary right away. Could also use calendar, honestly. But yes, courthouses. Do I want a courthouse there next? Yeah, I probably do. And these cities are just going to whip them because they are unhappy. And I've actually been storing unhappy just for whipping courthouses in markets in rapid succession. So I'll get some whipping in. Markets are happiness building too if you have the resources for ivory, silk, or whale. And I can trade for silk. I could trade for a lot of things actually, and I should probably do it. Gems for incense. And here we go, China. Actually, here. Who does China dislike? Oh. Well, he's probably declaring on India, who was close to him. Very well, then. Oh, and if Caesar declares on me, I just lose, by the way. Because I'm counting on the fact that he won't do that. Because he's been plotting war this whole time, literally. So I'm assuming it's somebody he'd met previously. I can't guarantee that, but I mean, whatever. Oh yeah, and I do want to get these courthouses going. What kind of tiles am I working here? Yeah, I can get away with whipping. Gonna lose out on a mine for a turn, but I'll have it back next turn. Definitely want a courthouse here. Actually, next. It's probably one of my higher maintenance cities, to be honest. I can overflow into the library there, probably finish it. I'll even build a courthouse in the capital, which is an Orthodox, just for the espionage. And yeah, now you're seeing that my research is plummeting quite a bit because I am no longer investing my city's output into it directly. But it's still pretty good. It's a bit of a snowball effect. You just have to balance your production for city improvements versus other things. And there's no answer that's always right consistently, other than to just adapt to your situation, which isn't very helpful. But it's not very helpful advice. But it's still the best advice I can give. Is that adjusting based on your situation is the best play. And yeah, it is hard to keep up with all these jungle cities. These jungle cities are giving me a little bit of trouble. Although, long term, they're good. And oh man, he flipped me because of his freaking religious spam. It's alright. Once I steal a bunch of text from him, I'll just kill him. I might even go full espionage for a while. Just on that note. Oop. Cancelled our deal for some reason. I guess the Chinese got access to copper, or they lost one of their resources. One or the other. Not sure what's going on with that. And yeah, stupid events are on. I don't know. That's the one thing about this I just can't stand, is that you allowed Lucky Huts and events into it. Because, you know, if you're going to be comparing people's gameplay, the last thing you need is the noise of, oh, this guy got a random event that the other guy didn't. It's like, what if all my guys got tower shields or something and I'm playing Rome? That could happen. If you play enough times, it will happen. If you have enough time to spare to play Rome until you get tower shields. And now all of a sudden all your Praetorians have cover, and you're probably going to go unchecked for most of the world, actually. God, I could probably get like domination really early on with Rome on this. If I were to play like Monarch or something, that'd be hilarious. I should do it. Maybe after my Pakal run through, I'll do that with Rome. Just Pratt stomp on everybody. Wow, Kotazuka's quite good actually. Alright, I'm going to go into monarchy. Russia actually likes that and will probably like me for running it.
Multitude of rulers is not a good thing. Let there be
And it
one
does
ruler,
give me happiness
king.
in all of my cities. I do a hereditary rule garrison. Let's go improve the wine tile. And now what? Well, there's a couple things. Since this is a tech trades off game, I don't know. I don't know that medieval war would be that big of a draw. I mean, I have some very developmental cities, and they probably won't be ready in time. So maybe I should play for the long term a bit. You know, maybe get some archery, then go for maybe bureaucracy. Yeah, bureaucracy plus like organized religion. Or actually, no, let's go organized religion early because we have a lot of cities with it. And then we'll go down, not the paper path. No, not that way. You know what, let's just go archery then calendar, then we'll worry about it later. Get my resources hooked up. Short-term priorities here. Yeah, and she'll just keep getting more and more pissy because I didn't stop trading with her worst enemy. Wow, he's annoyed with me at -1. Oh, worst enemy map hack. -1, you traded with our worst enemies. We know this, even though we don't know you. Oh, there we go. At least he had a request that made that more tolerable. This is probably more appropriate in this city. Yeah, let's just do that. Overflow into the courthouse. Courthouse should be able to be whipped and Nodwengu pretty soon also.
Do not throw the
So that
arrow
explains
which will return
China's
against
war. It's fighting the Mongols. Well, when is that ever different? China was always going to fight the Mongols, pretty much. I think I can let that whip anger cool a little bit longer before I do anything else. And since I'm working on improved tiles here and I have whip cooldown, we'll just finish the market. Markets aren't great at 50%. They start beating libraries at like 30%. And since I don't have tech trading on, that actually matters. Oh my. I got an early apostolic palace to consider. I'm definitely going organized religion next now. Holy cow. And it's time to start building massive amounts of religious buildings of Christianity. So rare to see Christianity be the apostolic palace religion unless the human is AP cheesing. But we have it this time, and that's going to vastly improve our productive output. So I'm actually very pleasantly surprised by that. And Mansa's getting feudalism soon. Yeah, I think I'm going to play a long tech game here rather than anything else. Ah, yes, the Khmer are on this. And he sucks. Actually, his start's one of the harder in the game. Because it's all jungle right away. And although I had a lot of jungle here as Shaka too, it's not as bad. Because I did have a couple early cities that were viable, pre-ironworking. And with the Khmer, that's not really consistently true. I don't think. I love how he's annoyed with me though. But alright. Get a winery. Calendar in 6 is useful. Certainly.
If in other sciences we should arrive at certainty.
Yeah, the
without
Zulu have a
doubt,
weird start. They don't have any
truth
stone or
without error,
marble. They can't
it
really
behooves
take
us to
advantage of
place the
Shaka's traits in
foundation
Rush
of
because
knowledge in
the
mathematics.
distances are high. I mean, you could do it, but I'm not sure it'd be optimal. And you'd be content. You'd have to double Rush essentially. You know, in retrospect, maybe you could research bronze working and use your starting 2 cities and just MP Rush. If you caught Thebes, then you could block off pretty much all of Africa, maybe. I don't know. It'd be hard though, because then barbarians would become a factor too. It would just slow you down a lot. Like I wouldn't be a calendar right now. I'd probably be struggling around writing rather than being a calendar. And having currency, code of laws, and monarchy already. Like those are all key economic techs. I basically have economic techs good enough to expand forever now. And that's very nice. But it would not have been the case, and definitely, well, I'm overflowing into the library. But before market, religious buildings. Religious buildings. They're so worth it. They are so worth it when you get the 2 hammers. Oh, it's so awesome. Nope, and he's also pissy and gives you -2 every time you refuse a demand. And it might be time in one of my cities, probably this one, to start building up some defenses. Maybe some axes and some MP. No, just because I don't like dying, and they certainly seem set to do that to me, to kill me, so someone's going to get pissy. Although, who has open borders with Egypt? Not Genghis Khan, and not Surrey. And they're not smart enough to sail around when you're on the same landmass, so they would want to go through. So that's something to consider. And I'm actually going to go for these things before a courthouse. I think in the long term that's going to bring me more benefit. Don't have calendar just yet. I almost don't want to move off of that tile though, since I'm pretty close to it. And where else do I have calendar resources? There's a sugar tile I can swap over. So I have at least 2 calendar resources, which actually makes it decent to research. I didn't point that out earlier. Well, I have a third. I have incense, which I'm trading for right now, but I can cancel that trade and make a different one. But yeah, you don't want to research calendar unless you're actually getting something from it. And I did note that mentally, but I don't think I said it, that I actually have enough calendar resources to, and enough cities, plus the calendar resources to warrant going there. And it looks like most people have stabilized their cities for the most part now. And I got a decent piece of the pie there. So we're now zoomed out. This calendar does that for some reason. And there we go. Oh no, I have another one up here, that's right. So I actually have 4 resources per calendar, making it pretty strong. I forgot about that one. I was not actually factoring all of my calendar resources when making my decision, surprisingly. And yeah, I don't need this warrior here anymore, so you can explore also. You'll notice that either Egypt or my empire has sight of all that now. Let's go ahead and whip this, because it's both unhappy and unhealthy. It will be an instant benefit for me to whip it rather than leaving it go. And then I will go on to organized religion. I might not switch into organized religion right away. Might wait until I can make a double switch. Although no, it's epic, so a double switch would give me 2 turns. Yeah, that's like one of the easiest requests I could ever give into.
It is from their foes, not their friends.
I demand 80 gold. Okay. It's like that Austin Powers scene where they ask for $1 million and they all laugh at him. It's kind of like that. It's like all you, buddy. So yeah, if I were to go dedicated feudalism now, I would probably be getting it right around now.
Not at all similar,
and it would help me how? I
I
already have 10 workers. I am a little bit behind on tile improvements, but nothing whipping can't solve. It would take me an extra anarchy, and to get what? You know, what exactly would that do for me, honestly? Not much. Which is why I'm never big on it. Unless you're doing an advanced era start, because then you can switch and do it right away, and you do get something out of doing that. And let's see here, go mine. Man, I can't wait for like steam power. It's so far away. The levies are awesome. There's some people getting 1800 dominations on Monarch on this. I wonder if I can replicate that on Immortal. The guy who did it on Deity, though, got it in like the 1600s. Not sure I could compete it with that, with no tech trades. I'm not sure how he got that on Deity with no tech trades. He said it was pretty tedious. I'm wondering if he didn't just go early war and pick a lot of people off or something and just brute force it. I don't know.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Dazzle's a good player, though. He's a very good player, so no underestimating that. Let's see. Nah, the Confucian religious buildings are not as big a draw. And we are going to go ahead and go into organized religion. But look at all these Christian cities. We can improve that even further. And it's a big boost. Plus 25 production on buildings. That even counts when you're whipping and chopping. So don't forget that. I need to improve that sugar tile. Eventually I'll make that city worthwhile to settle too. And yes, Christian monastery. We'll go ahead and whip this actually. Just for the production. Christian temple. Before I even build a market, I'm actually going to spam out my missionaries. Ulundi's pretty good for production and that will help. 16 cities for Russia. No, I don't really want to force any AP stop trades. That just causes anger without any benefits, really. Although, actually, I should have done stop trading with Khmer, because I'm not trading with Khmer anyway. So I'll do that next time. Although Egypt isn't trading with them anyway, so it must be the Mali. The Mali alone who are doing that. Stupid Mali. Library, yeah. Now the Christian buildings. Courthouse. Has anyone gotten Sistine Chapel yet? No, they haven't. Why not? We'll go that route. Does anyone have music? That would be a decent thing to check before committing to that tech route. Hard to tell, really. Manta can research it. Oh no, I don't have marble. I'm not going there without marble. You kidding me? I'll capture it from somebody. Let's do a proper research path instead. If someone were to invade me, probably one of these two cities. My guess is if they were to attack me, it would be there. If I were to be attacked. Okay, got a plantation now. Let's get another plantation. Oh, and a couple settlers. A couple more cities I could settle that would be useful to me. Yep, we're going to whip it just because that's production right now. It's only 85 AD. Getting the city settled early is just so important. All your good city sites anyway. Ragnar's plotting war. Who does he not like? He's pleased with me right now, although I think he was cautious just a moment ago. If he has enemies, though. And he does. Could be someone he's just near, though, because he'll declare cautious with people that are near him. He's that kind of dude. Farm. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. You are a funny man, Manta. Okay, can I change the production in my city now? Or whip, rather. Thank you. I doubt I'll flip it, but I doubt he'll cause me too much culture pressure either with that. And what I could do is if I can get some culture in there, that's the perfect city for me to steal technologies. Like the perfect city. It already starts with Zulu culture in it then, and I can just steal tech over and over. And Mali have surprisingly a lot of cities. They usually don't on Earth, but I guess because of the tweaks to the map script, they have more. Yeah, I can get feudalism, I can get aesthetics, I can get construction, probably machinery by the time I get enough spies to actually pull this off. Very nice. Very helpful. And we just rode. Ooh, we got a spy. Which I actually don't mind right now. We'll finish another axe and then we're going to build some spies. And put them there. Not sure. I could just spy bomb him. But how am I doing on espionage? I have 788 espionage on him already. That isn't enough to really get away with anything. He's got machinery already. Egypt does. Well, we'll just hang on to him. Never know when a bunch of espionage can come in handy. Pretty often, honestly. And I was giving resources to somebody. Let's have a look at active trades. Just because that deal is so awesome, I'm going to leave it. Oh, that's just wrong. That for some reason that didn't occur to me earlier, but it has now. And that's just an eyebrow raiser, no matter how you look at it. Seriously, game? Seriously? But, alright. This video's gone on for a while, so I think I'm going to stop it off so that it's not an eternal video, and continue with the next part. Thumbs up if you like this one. The main team signing off.